James is aimlessly clocking miles on the treadmill. He's absolutely drenched. He's dripping with sweat that's just going everywhere. But he's not in shape. And also, why is he even dripping in sweat? It's only because he thinks that'll make him lose weight faster. He's wearing the hoodie. And on the other side, we have Anatoly. He's chill. He's on the bike. He's just spinning and spinning and spinning. But it's intense. He's focused within his cardio. But I ever wonder why James is stuck in his weight loss journey, stuck trying to get a better physique. But Anatoly's excelling. Every single day I'm getting deliveries. Literally every single day. I'm making so much money that I can get a delivery every single day, and my employer's paying for it. That's how well I'm being treated. It is COVID. It is the prime time to be a virtual assistant, and I have stumbled into the best lucrative position possible. This is a 1 in a million opportunity, and I am putting in the work. I'm putting in 12 hours a day, but I'm eating so much food. And I'm getting super, super fat. And I have no way to exercise. I am clueless of what I'm supposed to do there. So what do? I start keto, right? Ketosis, it's so good for you. I watched some dumb videos which convinced me that was a good thing, and I didn't know anything about calories in, calories out. So I start doing keto. And it does not get the results I want. It just makes me unhappy. It just means that I can't have fries when I get my burger, and I can't have the bun when I get the burger, and I'm just eating pieces of meat with like the salad, and why did I even order the food? It was not fun. So here's a quick actionable step. This is literally the most important thing to get results. So open your notes app, grab your journal, and write down gym habits that you think are actually setbacks, that they're actually preventing you from becoming more muscular, becoming more aesthetic. You're going to be surprised how many things we're going to end up debunking today. So the first thing is starting with cardio. When you start with cardio, unless it's a quick 5-minute low intensity thing, you're getting drained before you're hitting the weights. You know, those weights where you have to be pushing as hard as possible, where you can't be fatigued going in because you're trying to get a really good stimulus to grow. You're fatiguing yourself for that. And what's actually going to be important when you get leaner, when you get a lower weight, the amount of muscle in your frame. You don't want to get all the way down there, have all that hard work, and then have to spend ages building muscle again, when you could have been doing it properly on the way down. Plus, every little bit of muscle we get added to our frame is more calories burnt, because the muscle actually requires a lot of energy to be burned. The next thing is actually cardio overkill. Cardio is not the ultimate fat loss solution. Do you know what it is? Eating less than you expend. That's how simple it is. If we keep doing cardio and cardio and cardio, we're going to actually get really, 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 really tired and potentially injured. That actually sets us up for injury because we're overtraining. We need to be balancing training, especially when we're trying to lose weight, because it is a time where our hormones are going crazy, right? So we need to make sure that there's a sort of actually balance there. And also after cardio, it's super easy to overeat, and people will do it. They'll be like, man, I just ran so hard, I ran so far, burnt so many calories, I can have this back. And your smartwatch may tell you something, but you're probably not as burning as much as you think. It's just not good. The next thing's going to be lacking intensity within your actual sets. Every set which is not taking to failure, where you're not actually pushing your entire existence into it, is a wasted set. That's just true. If you're wasting time, you're wasting gains, you're wasting a period of time where you could be anabolic, where you could be building more. You got to focus on your workout. You're not there to move stuff around. You're there to create a stimulus, and that requires more than just moving stuff around. So the next thing is going to be actually pitfalls in your diet. There are things like these protein bars, which are super healthy, quick breakfast on the go, and these suck. These leave you hungry. They are filled with just rubbish, and they're quite high calorie. And then when you don't have a proper breakfast, a proper filling volume thing, later on in the day, you get more hungry, and then you cheat on your diet, and then you never actually go down. It's awful. Also, your sugar matters. Like, plan your carbs around your activities, and you'll perform better, and you'll be less tired after. It's not just pre-workout that can bring you through that, although that can be pretty helpful. I will admit this one thing. Now, another problem here is ignoring recovery. Sleep is super, super important. Good sleep is the most important thing to being healthy, to being happy, to being lean, to building muscle, to recovering from intense cardio. And if you're not getting enough of that, and if it's not good enough, then you're absolutely throwing your entire existence down the toilet. It is just not good. The last thing is actually nothing to do with a mistake when you're not losing weight. It's a mistake of why are you losing weight? You see, some people are skinny fat, and the skinny fat solution is not to lose the fat, because your problem is you have too little muscle. You don't have too much fat, because if you had more muscle, you'd be completely fine. So if you're skinny fat, don't cut. Literally don't cut now. You have a muscle deficit, not a fat surplus. So you do not need to be in a deficit. You need to be in a surplus. It is that simple, man. It is really, really that simple. I used to really struggle with sleep, actually. And it took a long time to get it fixed, but I was going to bed at like 5 a.m. I was getting my 9 hours, but I didn't have a sleep mask. The sun was in. I had no melatonin production, and I was getting the most awful sleep. This quality was so bad. And then a friend actually stopped me. He said, Fletcher, you need to start going to bed at the very latest 1 a.m. And he kept me accountable to that time. And I can never be more thankful for him. But now I sleep properly. And I get really good sleep. And it's very consistent. And it just changes you. Like, you feel so much better. It's insane how much good sleep can make a difference. There are some nights, though, where I will stay up a little bit past my bedtime. And I kind of feel guilty. I kind of feel bad. I feel like the friend who helped me fix my sleep schedule in the first place is going to be disappointed. And that means that I usually don't go more than 2 days in a row with being bad about my sleep, which at least is pretty good there. So here's a full plan of action. You know I love them. Step 1, you got to reevaluate and update your gym routine. If you're doing cardio first, move it to the end. It's that simple. If you're not going hard enough, go harder. Next, you got to balance your cardio with weight training. Like, weight training is the priority. The rest of it, if it's impacting your recovery, if it's creating a higher injury risk, you can move down the cardio. Like, you don't have to overdo cardio. It's not necessary. Next, step 3 is zero in on your workout intensity. Make sure there's no distractions. Put your phone on do not disturb. Make sure that when you go to the gym, you're actually happy to be there. Or at least if you're not happy to be there, you're focused and you're disciplined and you're really focusing on following your workout to a T. You're not going to do any silly sort of business. You're going to have tons of conversations and spend the entire time talking to someone. That is not what the gym is for. You're there for a reason and you know it. Any time where you're not doing that is an opportunity to fail. And we're trying to fail on the exercises, not in life. And so step 4 is also going to be monitor your daily sugar. You want to make sure that you're not getting an excessive amount where it's making you have super sweet cravings, but you do want to make sure you're getting some good carbs around your workouts so you're actually fueled. But beware of the healthy traps. So many healthy things are not healthy. Just eat real food. Don't have these protein bars, these drinks. Like, just focus on food that you know is tried and tested throughout time and history to be good for you. Step 5 is prioritize sleep and recovery as much as exercise. In fact, you should probably recover these over exercise because it's actually what's going to move the needle in your journey and especially keep it moving forward. So this is kind of enough about me, no more tips. I want to hear from you guys. What are the fat loss mistakes that you think I've missed? I'd love you to comment that sort of thing. If you've made any mistakes, I'd love also to see a story, what actually happened. I love hearing things from you guys.